This project is the number, shape, and color spinners. You can download the directions at PamelaSpreschool.com. For this project, it's actually 3 projects in one, you will need to have a paper plate, a small clay pot, you can see with a hole in the bottom, some small brushes, acrylic paint, crayons, some heavy-duty scissors, and some regular scissors. These are called gel grips. That's what you put on pencils so that your hand can hold it securely. And you can buy those at department stores. Gel grips, fasteners, 2 kinds of straws. You're going to need a large straw. You can see that this orange straw has a very wide opening, and this straw, which is long, but has a very small diameter opening. So you need both. You'll need a wooden skewer, an awl, X-Acto knife, and a variety of stickers. They don't have to be puff stickers, any kind of stickers that you happen to have on hand. We're going to start by making the base. For that, pick your acrylic paint. You can use more than one color. Let the children paint. This is the part that they really love. They get to paint the outside. The inside will not show, so you don't paint that part. If they put lots of paint on and they're just learning how to paint and don't really understand how that works, just take some of your paper towel and wipe it so that it will dry a little bit faster. And once it's dried, then we get to make the post that goes inside this hole. The post requires the 2 straws and this skewer. Now this point here is the part that we're going to cut off because that's dangerous for children, but we want to have that wooden skewer the very same height as the orange straw. I'm just scoring it around this area so that it gets a little bit weak. Right there. Put that down, and then we should be able to just... Okay. This will be useful in a minute, so I'm going to hold on to that. We'll just cut off the ends so they're not quite as pokey. And we need both of these pieces inside of the orange straw. So I'll stick this in. You put the small straw in first and then stick in the wooden skewer. When they're even on the bottom, you can push them in together. And if you're having trouble, this little piece right here is really helpful. You can just push it in like that. Okay, so now we are set with that. And let me show you a pot that's already colored. This one is metallic purple. Metallic acrylic paints are really pretty and have a nice sheen. There goes the post. We want to put some beads on there, and I'm using a lot of license here because I like to make my own beads. With the gel grips, I just cut all the way through, and the reason I'm cutting it instead of just pushing it down over the top is because it holds on so well that it sticks. You can't push it all the way down. So instead I'm going to wrap it around, and I'll do this by, I've now cut it all the way through, and I'm going to make 3 beads out of this long piece. But I want to do it with 3 different colors. So I will start with the blue, and I just wrap it around like that. Okay, and you turn it around so it looks nice. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly. When you're shopping for this project, you're going to need to try and find straws that fit inside of the hole nicely. You do the best you can, but if it's a little bit loose, we can probably adjust that with a paper towel. And I just cut a really large square. You can see this is a big paper towel. I just cut it down the center. It doesn't have to be straight. This is going to be a packing material. And I wrap it around like this. The technique is to wrap around the orange post as many times as I can. So I just go around and around. It's a little unwieldy. just keep going around as many times as I can, and then I'll press in and mold it to the very top of the pot. If you don't like the way it looks, you can start over and do it again. And that's a good stable base right there. Okay, I'll move these over. We're now ready to put the spinner on. The spinners are really fun. They reinforce concepts that you're trying to teach. The one I'm going to do for this pot is a number spinner. And the pattern, after you've cut out the pattern on some kind of cardstock, I liked green for this particular one, you need to poke a hole in the center, like so. And on the number spinner, there's going to be numbers. You get to write the numbers in. I didn't put that on the pattern because I don't know what your classes need. But my littler children need to have the smaller numbers, so we did 1 through 6. And on each section, I will tell them, look at the number and put that many stickers on that section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I don't care which stickers they use as long as they have the right amount in each section. And so now I'm going to stick a fastener through this hole. This is a really small fastener. It's the smallest one you can get. I chose that, and I'll show you why in a minute because of how it pokes through this side. We want to have a slit through here, and let me show you how to measure that. When the spinner is on its base, you want it to be able to spin freely, so give it enough space that you can do that. And that's about right there, is maybe an inch-ish down. It's really easy to make a slit with an X-Acto knife through because it goes between the wooden dowel and the small straw inside of this big straw. So you can see it goes all the way through. And this is a little bit tricky. Holding onto the fastener itself, I stick it through the slit. You can see that the ends don't stick through very far because the fastener is a short one. But this is an advantage because it doesn't poke the children when they turn it to the back of the spinner. Now you want to have a really nice easy action on it, so just turn it around like this and they can go home and practice their numbers and display all the things they did at preschool that day. There's also a shape spinner. This one is metallic red and brown, and the shapes are in the very center, so the children see the shape that's there and they go ahead and put that shape in each section. And that looks really pretty. The color one is a little bit different, and this one is in metallic green, but I just put a colored dot in each section. The children can color those with crayons before they decide to put the rest of the dots on the section. As long as they put the correct color, then they've used this for a good purpose. And so it twirls, and you can do any of those 3 projects, or you can do all of them. They're also really good for visual aids for your lessons, and I hope you enjoy these.